Paper Tigers focuses on three kung fu prodigies who grow up into washed-up, middle-aged men, now one kick away from pulling their hamstrings. But when their master is murdered, they must juggle their dead-end jobs, dad duties, and old grudges to avenge his death. This just hit VOD this weekend and is written and directed by Kwok Bao Tran in his featured directorial debut. It premiered at Fantasia Film Festival last year and is something of a passion project for Tran, who has a love for old martial arts films and had to raise money via Kickstarter for a concept trailer so he can secure funds and ensure creative freedom over the project, having wanted to work on it since 2011. And I'm glad things worked out the way they did. As you can tell, there's such a love and admiration for the genre seeping throughout the film, mainly seen in some fun, well-choreographed fight scenes. On top of that, we get a number of sequences where our three protagonists, Danny, Hing, and Jim, are reminiscing over their past, fondly recalling their glory days training under their late master, Sifu Chung. Now, while some of these sequences can meander a bit, as the conversations can go on a bit too long at times, I feel you'll especially have a greater appreciation for them if you already have a love of martial arts films for some of the references they make. But even if you don't, there's still a lot of charm bursting through, mainly due to the chemistry among our three leads, Elaine Yue, Ron Yuan, and Mikhail Shannon Jenkins. Watching them together really does feel like you're watching three longtime friends, and it brings out a sense of warmth as well as a number of laughs. And we do get a number of physical gags here as well. Some of them can be a bit repetitive, as the main joke tends to be that they're old and out of shape, but the film isn't mean-spirited, and while not all the jokes are laugh-out-loud hilarious, they do work mainly because you do care for these characters, and you can't help but smile at their determination, pushing through their various fights, even when the odds are clearly stacked against them. And the film tends to be at its funniest whenever the trio runs into their old rival Carter, a delusional white man who pretends to be Chinese and now acts as a mentor himself, and is actually the one who pushes the trio to investigate Sifu's murder. He's clearly meant to be a parody of whitewashing in film, and the trio often make fun of him for his delusional behavior. And while a parody, his character still works because it stays just a notch below cartoonish, keeping consistent within the film's tone. Now, while acting as a tribute to martial arts films, this is also meant to be something of a feel-good comedy, in the vein of The Karate Kid just with adults. And as a result, it can feel very familiar, which is unfortunately its biggest weakness. Mainly when it comes to a storyline involving Danny thinking back on his time training under Sifu Chung, and using it to try to be a better father towards his son, who he doesn't spend enough time with, as much as he tries keeping his promises to him and his ex-wife. A lot of the dialogue here, while well-intentioned, comes off as very cliché, and you'll call where that subplot goes from the very beginning. The only other thing I would have liked to have seen more is the fact that, while this is meant to focus on the characters as adults, they also have such a rich history together, yet a lot of it feels glossed over or summed up a bit too quickly, and I would have liked to have seen a bit more there. For example, it's explained that Danny and Jim in particular had a bad falling out and haven't spoken to each other in years, yet they quickly make amends not too long after seeing each other. It would have been nice to have explored that tension a bit more, among a few other small things. It's by no means a perfect movie, despite as of this recording sitting at a certified fresh 100% in Rotten Tomatoes, but its heart is definitely in the right place, and that often shines through, making up for a lot of its flaws. It's crowd-pleasing, often funny, and certainly worth your time. The Paper Tigers gets a 7 out of 10. So let me know, did you see The Paper Tigers, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you enjoy the story? Do you have a favorite martial arts movie? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.